All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and due to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rahawah Kakwadash, okay, which are the true names of the Heavenly Father and His Son, okay, Yahweh, meaning He is this or He is to be, okay, or He breathes, all right, in the ancient Hebrew, okay, and Yahweh Shah is His beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls, Jesus, Yeshua, you know, um, uh, you know, uh, this way and that way. Okay, he had true proper uh, ancient Hebrew names. Okay, which is contrary to what this world tells you. Okay, they tell you could believe in any name, this, that, and the third. He has many names. This madness. All right. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are ruling well, who taught me this truth. Yeah, through the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. Okay, and honors, peace, and salutations to you, brothers. Okay, throughout the four corners of the earth that's pushing His word and sincerity and truth in the name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. All right, I'm the brother Zahar Gabar, and yeah, man. I was focusing today. What I wanted to get is out of wisdom, the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. But yesterday, what made me meditate on this was I was watching the GMS brothers from Vegas, the Vegas sit down brothers, and then they was basically at the latter part of the lesson, because I didn't catch the full thing. They was going into how the so-called white man has his all his technology, his and his warfare get down to basically to implement this martial law, and basically how they're gonna there's gonna be civil unrest, and all basically, all hell is gonna break loose in the streets of America. Okay, where it talks about in Second Ezra's 15th chapter, they was talking about how the men of the Lord, right, whether you be caught up in FEMA or slash concentration camps, how they're gonna interrogate and try to torture the men of the Lord, whether it be our lot, to be martyrs for this truth, okay, or not. They're gonna use Esau are gonna use a lot of tactics to try to break the men of the Lord, try to denounce the faith, denounce Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shad and the faith, or even the doctrine, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we know uh, as the scriptures say, we have to strive into death, and we have to endure to the end. So Abaratazal, we go over these scriptures, you know, Abaratazal, we go over these scriptures, and that helps and build us for the times that are come. Okay. So without further ado, I'm gonna read the beginning of chapter 2 of Wisdom of Solomon, and then I'm gonna go straight to the point. All right. So it says, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "For the ungodly, okay, said reason with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave." All right. Besides, who we know that Yahweh Shah, is risen and got called and was beamed back up to the ship, and he's presented right now on the right hand side of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, right? And when he's much alive, yeah, and then when he comes back, that's when the world's gonna see in the ocumented sense, okay, because 2/3 of the cosmos, okay, 2/3 of our people, Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, are not gonna believe until they see, okay. They believe in the so-called white man, pseudoscience, and all this madness. All right. It says and then I'm gonna get straight to the point because I was talking about how how the men of the Lord, you're gonna have some that be martyrs, yeah, yeah, and then you're gonna have others, okay, who uh you know have other lots, you know. I can't say what every brother lot is gonna be, but you're gonna have some that not gonna be martyrs. You know what I'm saying? And gonna be able to heal and do this and that third, and basically get an Esau behind. Okay, okay, 187 Esau. Okay, it says let's get to scriptures. Matter of fact, let's just read. Let's just read. It says, "For we are." I'm just gonna read. At two. I'm just gonna read it. It says, "For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter, as though we had never been." This is the so-called white, the so-called white man with his technology thinking. Okay, today, it says, "For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and as little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our bodies shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish at the soft air, and our name shall be forgotten in time," right? "And no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun and overcome with the heat thereof." Okay, it says, "For our time is a very shadow that passes away." All right, this is like this is talking about the so-called white man, you know, but this is all referring to all of us. But when we're gonna get to where Esau, you know, is getting proudful, and torturing and interrogating the men of the Lord. Okay, and it says verse 6. It says, or did I forget something? It says, "No return for this, for it's fast sealed that no man cometh again." Okay, verse 6, Wisdom of Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 6. It says, "Come on there, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by. Let us let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered." Yeah, and this is basically going into the so-called white man and his luxury, and him having the fatness of the earth and the riches of this world. Okay, it says, "Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness." I have to get into that word. Salakia. It says, "Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place." Yeah, and that goes into the money system, man, and the current currency. Okay, whether it be the Petro or the dollar here in the U.S., or you know the Greeks, when they had you know had their money, the Romans, all right, and all the way up till today, the current use, which the dollar is gonna collapse and it's gonna be, the chip, okay. But when they start forcing this chip, okay, on the masses of the people, which is the mark of the beast, Okay, that speaks about in Revelation 13:16. Okay, this is going to be that our test as the apostles and elders and and the brothers, you know, um, and teaching this doctrine. That's going to be the main hour of temptation. That's that hour of temptation that the scriptures talking about. Okay, let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Verse 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous men, which goes into, the the Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians who are the Israelites. Okay, but when you go into the righteous, it goes, um, deeper down, it goes into the elect. Okay, it says, "Let us not spare the widow, nor the reverence the nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age." It says, "Let our strength be the law of justice." Okay, the law of justice. That's what they like to proclaim, justice, right? We're gonna find out what true justice is. Okay, when the Lord raises up, okay, it's done raising up his third temple. Okay, which is uh basically the elect. It says, "Let our strength be the law of justice." This is the so-called white man, Esau. "For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth." And this is how they think. You know what I'm saying? "Therefore, let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn." Okay? And he is clean, contrary to our doings, right? Because at the end of the day, Esau, okay, the goddamn devil who the Bible speaks of, okay, was created to be the wicked. Okay, he can't out outside of the role he was presented, he was given. Okay, therefore let us lie and wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. He is clean, contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law. You know, you got the elders and apostles. Start with the elders and apostles. Starting now with the apostle Tahar, okay, and the elders on down, and the brothers, the Akim, okay, who are out there on the streets, okay, telling the so-called white man in the face, okay, they're the devil, and basically what upbraideth us with offending the law, okay, because they bring out what they bring out the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, and they bring out the wickedness that the so-called white man has done. Okay, and objective to our infamy, the transgression of our education. Verse 13. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he called himself the child of the Lord. He was made to reprove our thoughts. Okay, he is grievous to us, even to behold, for his life is not like others men. His ways are of another fashion. Okay, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua created us, to be separated from the world and the augmented states and the inhabitants of the earth. We were created to worship and to serve Him, and we have laws and statutes, commandments, that keep us separated, that we ought to obey. Okay, to the best of our ability, that keep us separated from the rest of the nations. Okay, it says we are esteemed of Him as counterfeits, right? He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness, right? Because at the end of the day, everything that the so-called white men do is filthy, okay? Because again, he was created to be wicked. So what's gonna come righteous from the so-called white man? Nothing. Ever since the so-called white man's been in power, there's nothing but transgressions, murders, and as the scriptures say, evils have multiplied on the earth. Ever since the Greeks have been in power, okay? It says He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed. Okay, and he maketh his boast that the Most High is his father. Verse 17, let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Right, man. So at the end of the day, the so-called elites and the banking families, and they have plans to do away with the men of the Lord. Long story short, they it's they want to depopulate the earth, as they have Georgia Godstones in in Georgia. But the main thing they want, mainly the main men who are gonna resist against their uh their um their new world order, so to speak, are the men of the Lord. Yeah, you're gonna have peons too that are gonna be like, no, we're not with that. But the main men who they want is the children of Israel, mainly the elect. Okay, it says and they're getting ready for this by way of martial law, FEMA concentration camps, race wars and riots. Okay, they got the red and blue list set up. They have everything in your house is being everything you say in your crib are being recorded. Everything's being monitored. Okay, your TVs are watching you. Okay, your phones are recording, taking pictures and recording this and that and the third. Okay, okay. It says verse verse 17 again. It says, let us see if his words be true. Okay, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. Okay, this is the pride of the so-called white man. For Esau, for if the just man, right? If the just man, if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him, right? Just how Shatan's tried to was uh tempting Yahweh Shad in the desert, in the wilderness. Okay, you be the son of the Most High, don't cast yourself off this cliff. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. The angels, you're gonna send a legion of angels to save you. Okay, he was cutting them with the scriptures. So in those times, right, and that our temptation, brothers is basically gonna be what, meditating on the scriptures, because brothers, we gonna get called. We gonna we gonna we're gonna we're gonna get presented in front of the so-called white man councils, whether it be a FEMA camp concentration, and we're gonna get presented with the chip. You could just accept that now, okay? But the scriptures say, you premeditate not what you ought to say, because at the end of the day, the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash is going to speak through you, okay? And again, we're going to have some martyrs for this. If that be a lot, strive to death. You're going to get a crown, okay? Right? It says, again, I'm going to read verse 17. Let us see if his words be true. Let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. And yes, we do have enemies, man. Pursuant to Psalms the 83rd chapter. Okay, and the main enemy is Esau. Okay, he's number one. Okay, verse 19. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture. Okay, that's what's going to be happening and going on in those FEMA and concentration camps when we're presented, okay, with this, that, and the third, or told to denounce this, that, and the third. Okay, okay. It says, and torture that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, we're gonna have to suffer. Okay, did not Yahweh Shad suffer? Okay, and we're not greater than the master. The servant's not greater than the master. If Yahweh Shad suffered, We gonna have to suffer. Okay. All right. It says, let us condemn him with a shameful death. Okay. For by his own saying he shall be respected. This is the so-called white man. Such things did they imagine and were deceived. Yeah, deceived. For their own wickedness hath blinded them. Okay. Amen. The Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has everything preordained, predestined. Okay. And you can't upset prophecy, Esau. Okay. It says, as for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned the reward for blameless souls. For the Most High created a man to be immortal. Well, not Esau. Okay, he's talking about the Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian man. He created us to be immortal. Okay, it says, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. It says, nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world. Okay, going to the word devil, going back to the word diablo, I think it's Latin, okay, the meaning deceiver, right? Talking about Esau through his technology, his predictive programming with the television, you know, with Apostle Ramlab like to call the idiot box, okay? Goddamn devil, okay? Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil, okay, Esau came death into the world, and it started with Cain, because he was the reincarnation of Esau. I mean, Esau is the Salakia. Esau is the reincarnation of Cain, but it started with Cain. But that spirit of Cain came back through Esau. Okay, it says, nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. Okay, um, I want to read a verse from chapter 3, verse 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. Okay, so at the end of the day, man, your faith supposed to be in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shad. Okay, and we are gonna, you know what I'm saying, experience or probably have to experience near death experiences. Okay, but at the end of the day, man, we're supposed to strive unto death. Okay, um, with that, I won't talk too much. I want to give all praises, glory due to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, called Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. You know, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are ruling well again. Okay, and honors to you, brothers. You know, pushing His word and sincerity and truth throughout the four corners of the earth that we were scattered. Okay, I'm about to die, and until next time, shalom.